I mean, I guess any adjustments to that skin is an improvement, so...
My fancy skin.
Are you trying to become one with the Fearless?
Hey, you know what? Maybe
mean,
I can put them together.
There's a blurb that says sometimes you just want to be red, just like Fearless.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
I really launched Fearless.
Right. Oh yeah, there's a Fearless. Is the Fearless gone live today?
Yes.
Yes. Alrighty. Well, I
happens
think I'm
with
supposed
you?
to bring you some friends, aren't I?
Yeah, I think so.
What's
Do
Fearless
we-
gonna be doing today?
I don't know.
Trial chambers are fun. Just saying, that's what we did.
I saw. I was watching.
It's
Let me know.
like,
Thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna send you all the Fearless. Love your faces. Fearless, have some peoples. It's like what? I didn't do it.
get in. Get in the.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm coming. Where am I going? Oh.
Get in the one he's in. Oh, the outside one.
I can't get in the one that he's in.
Oh, that was the last charge. It sent me flying.
Yeah.
Is there some secret with wind charges and mine carts?
I don't know. Can you make them go faster than they should? I'm curious.
That almost looked like that gave you a speed boost.
Oh, jeez.
We're not weird at all, are we?
No.
Oh.
No. T-Man.
What's that on your chin?
What? Oh, he's a villager.
I don't think that's a you know. No, I'm gonna say it.
It's my Halloween costume. I'm getting it early.
You know,
That's exactly. That's I gotta practice my villager noises.
how many wind charges we got? Can we get him out of here?
I mean, can you move him if we break? Can a wind charge move the mine cart? Not on a rail.
Oh no.
Poor chicken.
Well, it got in the way. All right, who's the wind charge person?
Oh, it does make me go.
Not very well.
Let me get the lava.
Hold on.
Oh, you gonna smack me?
Oh, we're gonna be
No,
picking up
probably
stuff, aren't we?
No, it's the aim of this thing is horrible. Nah, see, I hate trying to aim this thing.
Land on that and then hit him.
Ow, my face. Ow, phantoms.
Right, I am logging out. I need food.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I need food. Here, have your mace back. There you go. There you go. Have fun, Fearless. I got fun food.
Fearless.
Cheese you later.
Cheese you later, buddy.
Gotta clean up my mess.
Yeah,
You
clean
did
up
make a
your
mess. What'd you do that for?
Why'd I get out of that?
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome in to the stream. Hope you're all doing fantastic. Do you guys like my nose? I think it's a little big, but, you know, it'll blend right in with the villagers. Ow. He didn't like my nose. He's protesting. You know, we didn't put in an item for my stream yesterday because I died a bunch. So over the course of today's stream, we got to figure out what item I'm going to put in. Because I only just got back from N rating from yesterday's debacle about 40 minutes ago. It really is Skyrants for you, you know? The flying squirrels are pretty vicious at night. Isn't it weird that nobody's sleeping? Did Slack have like a no sleeping rule during his stream? Nobody's taking a little nap? Isn't that interesting? Like the last couple days I've been on here, it's not been dark at all for more than 15 seconds. Purpur! Oh, you could do we could do purpur. Well, I did get some purpur. I got a lot of purpur as I was pillaring up, you know? So let's go over to my little hidden grove over here. Rude, can you not use me? Right here, between the crafting bench and the torch is my greatest secret. Okay, we got to keep it secret, you know? Big secret. We'll be moving it today, hopefully, once we find a home. But under here, well, I should break it from here, is all my stuff. I don't have a base yet, so I've been living in a hole, literally living in a hole in the ground. It's not even big enough for me to fit in there without a trapdoor. You know, if I put a trapdoor right there, yeah, I could sneak inside and live in there. It's a little cramped, though. So all my stuff that I've collected over the last couple days of playing on the server are in those two chests and in my ender chest. Because you may notice I have some wings, right? Got some nice armor. Some of it was due to the help of Mickey. Thank you so much, Mickey. But the rest of it I acquired during our end rating session. Look at all of this stuff. It's a little bit chaotic, but all of this stuff is from end rating. Plus a stack of shulker shells. I've got an ad, apparently. How much longer does it last? Ugh. Why is that? Zero crew! Well, you should be able to see me because you're subscribed, so you wouldn't have to watch the ads, right? If I remember correctly. Well, welcome on in, Zero. 60 months! Wow, you hit the big 6-0. That's a big deal. A big deal. The spinning fearless emoji. How are you doing, Zero? How's it going? Welcome on in to SlackVille Season 3. I'm gonna scroll in chat now. I was reading some messages from earlier. You know, I'll do a little wave if I can. There's a pig butt looking at me. Pig butt! Rude. This ad is taking forever. It says ad in progress. Is it over? Yeah, it's been over for a little bit. Okay, good. Can anyone hear me? Do I exist? Do you like my nose? What about my unibrow? Very brown. Chilling at home waiting for the 7 p.m. showing of The Matrix. Is that the original Matrix movie? Villager Fearless is cursed a little bit. A little bit. This is based off the old Villager skin before they got the brand new update. You know, back when they used to wear just the bland tunic. Maybe I need to update my skin for the modern age, yeah? That's one way to hide it. Sounds like a Fearless, but not sure who we're seeing on stream. It's Mr. Villager, obviously. This is how you get the best Villager trade. I need to drink some water. This is how you get the best villager trades. You gotta blend in. They give the best trades to other villagers. Of course, it all makes sense. That's why I gotta practice my villager accent, you know? Aww. I'll get it one day. I'll get it one day. What else? What else other skins do I got? I have another villager skin. This one. It's a villager with a fearless mask. It is the seasons for spooky helmets. Yes! Spooky season is my favorite season. By far, my favorite season. By far. Not even close. So today, I was either thinking about going out and grabbing the crossbow I lost, because during Radar's stream, or at the very end of mine, I can't quite remember, he grabbed the crossbow I used and died with yesterday, and made a memorial in the end. So I was thinking we could go out and get that, but I don't want to go in the end again. I just came back. So maybe that's a trip for another day. But I do want to find a base location. Yeah. We got to find a place to call home for this season. We really do. I want a nice big space for my massive build I'm planning in this season. And really, I could go through chunk. I could go through chunk base, and I laughed again, seeing my skin. I could go through chunk base to find the place I'm looking for, or we could just go exploring. I don't know. Exploring sounds like fun. A nice calm boat ride while I leave this stuff here, and then we could come back for it once we settle down. You know. I actually can't stay, but I wanted to hop in and say hello and drop the sub. Thank you so much, Zero. Take care. Cheese you later, buddy. Let's actually drop off the Purpur. Purpur is nice and all. I don't need to take it with me all over the overworld. I don't need to leave a trail of purple everywhere I go. You know? The purple brick road is not necessary for what we're planning. I did grab a lot, though, because I was pillaring in and out of the end cities. And we did get a stack of shulker shells. So I would say it's worth it. I also got really good armor, right? In combination with some of the stuff that Miki gave me, I should be able to really flesh out my armor in the exact way I want. One of the things I kind of want to see is I'm wearing Frostwalker, and I don't really wear Frostwalker, mostly because it gets me killed. The last time I wore Frostwalker seriously, I was playing on a server called Berrycraft, and I was walking around and I fell, but I was like, oh, I'll be fine. I fell in like a one wide hole, much like that. I'll be fine because there's water at the bottom. I was backing up while doing some decorating, and then I fell down and went splat because Frostwalker freezes any water. What made it worse, though, is back then. That's interesting. It's a second boat. We got a buried treasure right here. Back then, there's a bug with Frostwalker where you could accidentally cause the water to stay frozen forever. So that little 1x1 area, which was like our bubble elevator in our base, was unfortunately frozen forever. And we had to go down to break it all the time. So no more Frostwalker for me. No, maybe we can live with it for a little while we're exploring. So I'm sort of looking for an ice biome. If we can't settle for an ice biome, I just want someplace pretty to settle. I'm planning on finishing the big castle that I've been working on for some time in creative, but I'm willing to change the design a little bit. Originally, I was thinking a nice snow biome might work well, particularly an ice biome, so it sits above a frozen ocean. That would look really cool. But I'm thinking of changing things up a little bit. A long, long time ago, in the days of yore, I was designing big statues for my base on the other SlackVille Forever. I have this Greek-themed base, so I was designing clouds, lightning bolts, and a statue of Zeus to go with my base, right? And I've sort of been thinking about the idea of having the castle in the sky, because that's what I plan to do, this big, evil-looking castle in the sky. And originally I was going to put an ice tree below it, like a tree holding it up. But I was never really satisfied with the tree design. So what I was thinking is we could switch it out, and we could have it floating on some clouds. Not exactly original, but I think it could look really cool with some dark, thunderous clouds beneath it, dropping rain, and some lightning bolts coming out of the clouds. Give it that evil vibe. And then I could wrap the clouds around the building instead of the ice, because I was planning on wrapping ice around it, to give it this nice ethereal vibe. I think it'll look really cool when it's hovering in the sky like that. But like I said, we got to find a place for that. And I'm not sure exactly where that's going to be. Okay? Last season, I spent some time in creative mode, picking out that location well in advance. But sometimes it's just nice to get around and explore. I really haven't had a chance to yet, so why not? This ocean is huge! Absolutely gargantuan. Let me see who greeted us in chat earlier, even though it's been a couple minutes. So, Snowy was here with a Slack raid earlier. Wickless Mama with a bunch of emojis! I know it's a little bit late to be announcing all these messages, but I missed them at the beginning. Dobbs, hello Dobbs. And Sköll's announcement is not working. What, is your walk-on not working? Walk-ons have been having some occasional issues. Don't know what's up with that. Ooh. Look at that. It's a ruined portal underwater. That's kind of cool, actually, with the magma. One thing I want to do in the future is do an underwater base. Underwater bases are a bit of a hassle, but ever since they revamped the ocean with the aquatic update, adding kelp and the ancient cities, dolphins, and actual fish in the water, the ocean just felt more lively, you know? Like a place that you could call home. Maybe someday I'll roleplay as Aquaman. Oh, should we go back to the damper skin? So, Wickless said that I was looking pretty damper before. Let's... You know, I got this one, you know? A nice tuxedo, like I'm James Bond or something, right? I don't want to... There we go. Take off my shield. There we go. Look at that. Fun fact, when you have a shield in either your offhand or your hand, and you're in a boat, it's always deployed. So if someone tries to shoot you from the front, it'll always be deflected. You don't even need to deploy it. At least on Bedrock. Don't know about Java Juice. So... if you're like in UHC or another scenario where you're getting assaulted by skeletons, especially things on the shore, it's pretty good for that. However, if you're getting in a tussle with some drowned, it doesn't really help because they're usually shooting you from below. What I would really like, if we're not going to go for an ice biome, per se, is a beautiful mountain biome. Mountains have really captivated me ever since they did the big mountain update, right, to the caves and cliffs. Just because they're so much bigger and more grandiose than ever before, you know? I was looking at Radar's base yesterday when he was streaming. He has this beautiful cave base in the side of a mountain that's sort of been hollowed out by the train. And it looks perfect as like a pirate base or something else like that, you know? And last season I did base next to a mountain, in the mountain, kind of, sort of. So I might want to do that again. A mountain also makes for a nice backdrop for a build, you know? You're building in front of it. I think I've been here before, at the Dark Oak. I do have my Elytra, so if we ever hit land and we want to keep exploring, we can go by air. I've never really explored by air with my Elytra. I usually go by ground. Either by boat, which I guess is not ground, it's water, but you know, it counts, okay, it counts. Or I will take a horse, because it doesn't waste food or rockets. And I'm always running a little low on one or the other. You know? Only got 20 rockets here. But with people not sleeping as often, and us living off the land, I'm sure we could find some more gunpowder. I think I got some by accident somehow, while I was hanging out in spawn. And then we can grab some sugarcane. There's bound to be sugarcane just lying around. That's the third ruined portal we've seen. Some ancient civilization was really trying to get back into the overworld. Or maybe they're going in the nether. What do you think, little guy? Does he have a fishing rod? Sort of hard to see him there because he's the same color as the water. But I think he has a fishing rod. Night or day, a dark oak forest is always a good place to get ambushed by creepy crawlies. Oh. Might be better to go by foot for a little bit, you know? Running and jumping, stab at things. Do I have flame? I don't. I don't think I got a flame sword. So when you go in the end, it's not really good to have a flame sword because it burns the shulkers, and that sort of freaks them out. I think I said that yesterday, too. But when it comes to living off the land, a flame sword is a lifesaver. You can just stab food and it's pre-cooked. Sorry, skeleton. We don't got time for you, okay, bud? There we go, nap time. Did it even say someone was sleeping? Oh, it did. Wickless was sleeping. Cool. Cool beans! You know what one biome would really tickle my fancy here? Because I am being fancy. I mean, look at this armor. Is a shattered savanna. For the longest time, the shattered savanna has been my favorite biome in the game. But then they changed the color of the grass. If we get to a shattered savanna, I would be very impressed just by wandering around. I might end up looking on Chunk Base just to see if we could spot one. But it originally had the bright green grass that you might see in a mushroom island, right? Because normally the mushroom island just has, you know, mushrooms. But if you replace it with grass, you can get the most vibrant color you've ever seen in the game. There aren't many biomes with that color. However, the Shattered Savanna was one of them. And it also had the craziest terrain generation. Absolute craziest. You would have these massive spikes of dirt coming out of the ground, sticking up into the air, right? Absolutely bonkers. And for the longest time, I loved the color. I loved the weird generation. But it wasn't to last. In the Caves and Cliffs update, they changed world generation, so the Shattered Savanna would never look like it, like, you know, well, the craziness that it had in the past. And then again, few updates later, they changed the color of grass in that biome. So now it's a horribly dull color to match the color of the regular savanna. So now they're pretty practically indistinguishable. The Shattered Savanna does have lots more craggly bits poking out. That's sort of why it's shattered. But it even sounds cool. Imagine living in a biome called Shattered, right? It had everything going for it, and then they took it all away. Speaking of Shattered, look at some crazy generation here. Something kind of like this, I might like. But this is a little bit too short. Practically just a hill at that point, you know? But from this side, ooh, a little bit of lag. Hope it's not my computer. We had some issues yesterday. I don't know what that's all about. But look at that. Look at that. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. I like the sheer cliff faces. They make them way more impressive. You know, I was speaking up the Shattered Savanna. Now we've got a regular savanna. That's a savanna plateau right there. My very first base in all of Minecraft was in a Shattered Savanna. So, not a Shattered Savanna, a regular savanna. The savanna plateau, specifically. So I've always had a little bit of a liking to the savannas. The hilly side of the plateaus and the fact that they're usually flat on top makes for a really nice place to put a castle. Like if you wanted it on top of the savanna. Yeah, look at that. I don't know. This one isn't speaking to me, though. This might be one of those indecisive streams. But where there's a savannah, likely there is going to be a shattered one, you know? Or at least more likely. Biomes sort of stitched together in the world based off of the temperature, the relative temperature between the biomes. So warm biomes like to be by warm biomes. And the savannah is relatively warm. So you'll find, you know, Savannah Plateau, and then there's Savannah regular down there. Stuff like that. I have to say, the plateaus look way more natural, but I really loved the flat, sheer cliffs of the original OG plateaus. Little Piggly Wigglies. How we doing? You know, in CourageCraft, I think it was Cannon that found me a really nice hill with all these beautiful things around it. Well, with a server like this, of course, because the render distance is relatively low because of all the people playing. You really don't get those vistas that I can really appreciate sometimes in the game. So when you're looking for something eye-catching on a server like this, it's better if they're closer together, you know? Having some pretty features within sight distance really does help. Another biome that's great to base in is this, which is a plains biome. It's the flattest biome in the game, and there's no obstructions. So if you hate terraforming, one place to go. We got a river here. Let's go back to boating. I have not found a base. I'm looking. I haven't decided yet. I'm looking for something icy. Or mountainy. Ooh. I think mountain is the vibe I'm going for. Now that's interesting. If anyone on SlackVille has suggestions, if they've seen a mountain, it's unclaimed, I'm all ears. I'll run over and take a peek. Can't guarantee I'll pick it, though. Interesting. I don't like this one. But I did like it from this side. I bet I'll find it soon. I'm really pushing hard to find it, so it'll be a matter of time until we find some place to settle down. Yeah, I like this. Do you see that? The sheer cliff face, the couple trees on the top, the beautiful little trees out here in the front. That is something I'm looking for right there. Don't know if this is exactly what we want. Well, you know, we can be smart about it and write it down. So how you doing today, Shad? How's everyone doing today? It is Sunday, after all. The work week starts again tomorrow. Here. Here. Could be better. I'll send you some virtual cheese. Does that make it better? Where we at? You know, I could just go like this. Like this. Like that, right? Yeah, there we go. Something like that. I want it bigger, though. I want a bigger mountain. No, he says doing okay. A fearless fact. Ooh. I have one. It's a bit of a gruesome fact, but it is a fact that I was reading about the other day. Sailors used to capture giant tortoises in the wild and put them on their boat so they could eat them later for a snack. And they would turn them into like tortoise jerky. Giant tortoises are huge. They're the biggest tortoises in the world. And unlike turtles, tortoises are not seaworthy. And specifically in Asia, you know, like the Galapagos, they're famous for their giant tortoises, sorry. Absolutely massive. And they're tortoises, so they're fairly slow, not too hard to capture. So, like I said, sailors would sail by on the city, or by the islands, would come ashore, capture a bunch of them, put them in the cargo hold, and keep them alive because they wouldn't go bad if they were still alive. And then once they were, they wanted to turn them into meat rations, they would turn them into tortoise jerky. It would essentially last a long, long time. And so I think, if I remember correctly, when I was reading the facts, that they could feed up to like 20 sailors each. Story time from Iron Knight. Is it already time for story time? Don't worry, Iron Golem. You're safe this time. I don't need any iron. Mickey gave me a whole stack of iron blocks. I'm good. I did want to grab some hay bales, because that's food. Yum, yum, yum. The pizza base. That's what my pet calls it anyway, Because all you need to do is make bread and then put cheese on top, and you got pizza, right? Who needs sauce on their pizza? Honestly, who needs bread on their pizza? I think it's entirely possible to make a pizza out of just cheese, You have one of those greasy cheeses as the sauce, and then you have cheese on top, and then you bake the bottom so it's nice and crunchy. So you have a nice hard bottom, and then the top is all nice and gooey. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to invent a new type of pizza. Someday you'll hear about the Fearless Pizza Chain selling pizza just made of cheese. Think about how much money we'll save on ingredients when we don't eat anything but cheese. It's a fake cheese, not a pizza. It could be a pizza. Okay. Now he's going in for a heist. Yeah, we'll just keep this as hay bales. Store's easier that way. Oh, these guys. Are any of these guys jungle villagers? I wasn't even paying attention. So villages won't generate in jungles, naturally, but they can generate on the border of a jungle. And that means that sometimes you might get some jungle villagers. Maybe I did see one earlier. They sort of remind me... They sort of remind me of, like, the cheese on a hamburger. Yeah. There he is. Look, he's wearing Swiss cheese. You can't tell me that dude ain't wearing cheese on his shoulders. What's he looking at? He is really fixated on something in the floor. Is it his, Oh, he's looking at his workstation, maybe? I might be going to grab some bookshelves, right? So I can set up a chanting station. They don't need all this knowledge. It's my delicious knowledge, and they can have it anywhere. Everyone's going in on the heist. We got Shad with 2,000. Feel free to type heist and then a number to join in with your cheese. Sorry. What other messages? Right about books. I have a pizza, says Shad. Me too. Me too. I got some pizza crust. One time I did make my pizza crust by myself, but then I forgot about it. And it was like the yeasty kind. So it kind of grew really big and blew off the cap of the little container that it was in. Because I only make pizza like for special occasions, you know? An apple. Make some golden apple. Just like UHC all over again. Do I have my bed? Might be good to grab a bed. A nice cheese bed. Since we're talking about cheese. Honestly, right? There it is. It's even got little Swiss cheese holes in it. It goes well with the Swiss cheese villagers. No, he was also trying for a tree with 50%. So, what do you think, Iron Knight? Are we ready for some story time? We could collect some words up while I'm exploring around. My eyes keep bothering me. I keep having to, like, take off my glasses and clean my eye. You guys just got some more Fearless lore. I wear glasses. Look out. Because I can't. If I don't have my glasses on, I can't see anything without my glasses. We'll leave the village behind. Oh, here we go. The Asiago crew escaped through the mirror with their bodies intact. After finding an alternate reality where the fabled lost city of gold, El Quesado, was in its prime, they celebrate back home with a tray full of golden cheese. You see, guys, the lost city of gold was really made of cheese that whole time. That's why nobody could find it today, because the cheese decomposed. You had to find it in its prime. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense now. Congrats, guys, on finding the lost city of cheese. El Quesado. What were the winnings on that one? Look at saying the message is backwards. Chad got 5,000 cheese. Antimatter cheese. Uh-oh. Keep your antimatter cheese away from your regular cheese, you know? You get a free fun fact today, but antimatter is the opposite of regular matter. And if they touch, they explode. They utterly annihilate each other. Most powerful explosion ever. Essentially converting all the matter and antimatter directly into energy. Mickey won 1,600 cheese. And Snowy also won 5,000. Look at that. What are you guys gonna do with your cheese winnings, you know? I think I'm gonna make a couple pizzas with all my cheese. How much cheese do I have now? Maybe I need to start participating in the hikes too, just betting all my cheese, because I think I have a lot. Yeah, I have 1.8 million cheese. Think about how many pizzas I can make with that, guys. I'm telling you, I've got all I need to start on the great cheese adventure. That's a very tall birch tree. Oh, you've got the exclamation mark. Buy spaghetti with the cheese? You know, I do put cheese on my spaghetti. I do. Not Parmesan. I know that's the thing. But Parmesan kind of sucks. I mean, it's not bad. But I like my cheese to be melty, you know? I want to essentially turn my spaghetti into a pizza with the cheese that I put on it. You know, fresh, hot spaghetti. Covered in, 300 metric tons of cheese. Maybe I should also open the world's worst Italian restaurant where every side of pasta comes with 3 metric tons of cheese. I mean, what could go wrong? We found some more water. If we do find a space, I'll have to look at the coordinate sheet and see if it looks good. Gotta be careful. Don't want to claim anyone else's claim. And it might also be nice to base near neighbors. I think that could be fun. You know, maybe ask someone, hey, can we stand base nearby? I love dark oak forests. The mushrooms are very weird, but kind of cool, you know? A little pop of color in an otherwise very green biome. You know, I want to help you get your base built this year. I appreciate it. I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna really try. Where are you guys basing? I'm guessing Bird and Helen are together again, right? I've seen a lot of beehives. Can we mosey on down this river? You know, I do want one of these rose bushes. Don't think I kept one. But a rose bush is great because... Oh, shoot. Because... No. Because you could just bone meal it and it'll give you more infinite roses, right? I mean, you could bone meal poppies too, but you need ground space for that. You could just bone meal this and it keeps dropping more rose bushes. And each rose bush is 2 red dye, you know? When you live a life as red as I do, you need all the red dye you can get. There were some mountains near us. I might have to take a peek at the coordinate sheet. I probably should have that up anyway. I think we've done a good deal of exploring. How long have we been exploring? Like 40 minutes of exploring, you know? Maybe it's time to do some more condensed exploring, yeah? Go to the coordinate sheet. I think T-Man pinned, so thank goodness. Words are hard today. He pinned the coordinates. So let's see. Because I was looking at the wrong coordinate sheet. Move this over to my other monitor. I feel like I need 10,000 monitors, honestly. I've got 3, and it doesn't feel like it's enough. I need another 30, guys. Hydrate! Oh, I'm running out of water. I'll drink some more. I might have to stop and go get some. To fill up on my water supplies. Let's see. Where are Bird and Helen? I see a witch hut. It doesn't look like your base, though. Or is the witch hut your base? Monument. Trade tower. You have 5 monitors? Honestly, that's my dream. I got it on my boat by accident. That's a dream that I want to live. Sorry, zombos. We don't got time for your shenanigans, okay? I promised long ago I would never shenan again. And I've never kept that promise, but you know. Maybe today's the day. Did I go in a circle? I'm seeing rose bushes again. Negative 5,000. 2,000. We could do that. Let's take a little Nancy doodle. With my cheese bed. Not quite as good as a red bed. But, you know, cheese bed will substitute every once in a while. Now, if you combine them together, you get McDonald's, so. Maybe I am destined to start a fast food chain. Which direction do we need to go for that? Negative, positive. So that would be... I think it would be that way. The boat ends here. Continue on our adventure then. Yeah, I just got rid of my hat because I keep taking my hat off. So I'm like, yeah, I'll live without a hat for a while, you know? I'll live like a hermit or something, you know? A professional Twitch streamer or YouTuber. Pantless. You can see my beautiful mug all the time. Oh, we got some rain. Someone didn't do the rain dance. Hantless, that's me. Mr. Hantless. Don't tell Hatter. What do you do with 5 monitors? Think about how many video games you could play at once with 5 monitors, you know? I'm warming up to T-Man's idea of having 3 arms, but instead I want 8 arms like a spider, and then 8 monitors with 8 keyboards, so I can do 8 things at once, you know? I might need, like, all the eyes of a spider, too. Oh, wait a second. I did say I wanted some sugarcane. I might want all the eyes of a spider, too, you know? Just to really blend in. So I can look at all those monitors at once. If I do get more monitors, though, I'd have to hang up on the wall, because I don't got enough desk space to fit more. Because right now, I have OBS on one monitor, and then the SlackVille cords are on top of OBS. And then on the other monitor, my left, I've got both chats for YouTube and Twitch, because I am streaming to YouTube right now. Not that anybody's watching. But I got both streams set up. And then, of course, my center monitor is the glory of Minecraft right now. Nightbot looks in the mirror and sees themselves. And gets plus 10 charisma for looking fly. Wow. What does it mean when a robot gains charisma? Is that how they're going to take over the world? They're going to be suave? The thing is with streaming, or mostly, you know, lots of gaming, at least one monitor is dedicated to your primary task, you know? That is the main program you're playing with. I could stream Minecraft in windowed mode and have a little itty-bitty window on my screen, but that would severely reduce the quality of both the streaming experience for you guys and, you know, the gaming experience for me. So at least one monitor is stuck on Minecraft for these kinds of streams, or whatever, you know, I'm doing. Lots of games also open in full screen. So you're kind of just stuck with a whole monitor being swallowed like a black hole, you know? And then you have the peripheral monitors for all sorts of other doodads. 3 streams while editing? Wow. You're an editing master then. Do you measure the professionalism of a tech guru by how many monitors they have? You know? Like it's like their leveling up system, you know? I think I'm going the wrong way. No, and negative. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Negative, positive. Next time it's night, we're gonna go stabbing some creepers. Honestly, that's how I almost always get my rockets. Is I just stab the stuff that's running around, you know? Have an area that's not lit. I don't even need to fly. Look at that! Unsung benefits of Frostwalker. I forgot what I was saying before I got excited about Frostwalker. Well, you know, with multiple monitors, I could do all sorts of stuff. Especially while streaming. It probably is better just to fly, because I keep getting lost. Here at the hour mark in 12 minutes, I'm going to get up and get some water, so we'll take a quick break. I've been sitting too much today, so. Yeah, it's that way. Let's just bite the bullet and fly. You know, like actually, if we walk through this dark oak forest, Come on, break that. Thank you. If we walk through this dark oak forest, we're probably going to find some mobs. No guarantees we're going to see a creeper, but in the with all the leaves, it actually gets dark enough to spawn mobs. So, like that skeleton or that spooter. I'll up and look at the coordinates. It's gave me negative 5,000, 2,800. Does rain reduce the light level? You know, sometimes I wonder. You know, the question will pop in my head and I'll need to investigate it. It feels like it should. That's an interesting formation. So technically, you know, in a forest during rain, you might be more likely to get mob spawning because it might just be dark enough. Very square. Interesting. I get, you know, everything in Minecraft is square. I get it, okay? But that one is squarer than usual. Like, I just chopped that bit right there. And from this angle, it's like perfectly square. I was attracted to this massive hill here. Like a moth to the flame. The other biome with green grass is the jungle. I don't know if I want a base in a jungle. This is a nice mountain, though. Look at that. It's like it looks like where someplace Indiana Jones would go, you know? Down there, or Lara Croft. Down there, there's a... Well, it looked better from up here. But down there, in some deep crevice hidden under the ground, is a long-lost civilization with lasers or something, you know? Giant crystal skulls. Oh, I don't think I've seen this color of doggo before. Is this the jungle doggo? I don't have any bones, but... We've got a nice skin. Very brown. Pretty glad that they gave dogs separate colors, you know? For the longest time, it was just cats with all the different flavors. And don't get me wrong, I'm a cat person at heart. Dogs are nice, but cats will always be where the heart is. But kind of felt weird, considering dogs are one of the most popular pets in the world, that we didn't have other variations other than the white one, you know? So when they finally announced it, I was like, it's gotta be about time, right? About time that they have different flavors of wolf. They're technically not dogs. Okay, I get it. In Minecraft, they're not technically dogs. They're wolves. Sort of like how cats used to be ocelots, which is what that is. Speaking of Indiana Jones, are you guys ready for an adventure? Oh, the long-lost tomb of an ancient civilization, you know? Down here, gotta be careful. There might be some traps. Like right there. That we masterfully disarmed it before it stabbed us. Some gold! Look at that. We got some bones, actually. We could tame a dog now. The undead are coming back to get their revenge. How dare we break into the sacred vault? Just like that, you know? How fiendish of us. You know, this wouldn't be a bad place to get some early redstone, because there are some pistons and the trapdoors. And oh, you know what? String! If you wanted to make a bow, this is a relatively safe way to get string. You know, in the classic fashion, we're not actually going to solve this because I don't remember the solution. We're just going to break in. But there's a piston right there. I think this is one of the only places in the world naturally generated pistons occur. Is here. More bones, more emeralds. Look at that. I actually want the chest too. Honestly, most valuable item here. And you know what? We'll take the redstone pistons. These are sticky pistons, so they're not exactly useless. I don't have a slime farm, you know, because I don't have a base. So why not? All of it's coming with me. What's the difference between grave robbing and archaeological discovery? You know, I think it's just time. Eventually, your bones will be left behind for so long that it goes from grave robbing to studying an ancient civilization, right? Oh, the dead are very unhappy with me asking all these questions, you know? They're like, it's very much grave robbing. I'm still here. Excuse me? And I'm just like, la-di-da, and taking their stuff. Oh, and these are also dispensers, so they require bows to make, right? Not, I wouldn't say expensive, but they're not, you know, a dime a dozen. There we go. Ancient civilization pillaged. I'm just like, you know, an 18th century archaeologist. I think I've read a story once where like some ancient archaeologist like threw dynamite at some temple to try to get inside and destroyed it. Classic. You know, if anyone redeems another fun fact, I got a nice archaeology fun fact for you guys. For the messages mission, Shat going for a heist. Was that diamonds? I don't think it was any diamonds in there, unfortunately. Just some iron and gold. That'd be a good idea to store this now that my inventory's a little full. You know, just a little full. Thankfully, we have shulkers in here now. So I practically have limitless storage at my fingertips at all times. You know what? We'll go in for a heist. Oh, is it over? Shoot. I missed it. Can't wait till we have bundles. Imagine what bundles would do for this inventory right here. I could probably scoop all this up. Everything that I have in my inventory, actually, I probably could have scooped up with one bundle. I think I am going to go along the cursed route this season and just dye all my boxes red. You know, I've never done it before. I've always been hesitant because, you know, that sounds like a nightmare. But maybe it's our nightmare, guys. Together. There, an empty slot. Did I forget a shulker? I don't see any purple boxes on the ground. Hopefully I didn't, you know, let one get despawned or something. We waving at someone? There we go. Mike's joined the game. Almost ate dinner. Returning to the adventure. The crew is in a mirror universe where the ground is littered with craters. The moon really is made of cheese. Only some of the crew made it to the spacesuits in time. See who lived. Oh, only Snowy lived for that one, with a bounty of 100,000, or is that 10,000? 100,000 photo and negative cheese. You know, so I guess it's blue instead of yellow. Come on, I want to take off. Oh, you know what? It's that. Vines will mess up flight. So don't ever fly into a vine. They're kind of mean. This is a cute little pond. You know, I'm kind of liking Frostwalker. Just exploring. I've not run into any big issues. But I may have run into something better than any issue I could ever hope for. That is a Shattered Savannah right there, I think. Look at that. You can't tell me that's not weird. Like, in every way. They're just as tiny as I remember, too. Yeah, this is a Shattered Savannah. We found it, guys! We found a shattered savanna, one of the rarest biomes in the game, just by running around and jumping. All you naysayers who've been telling me not to run around jumping this whole time I've played Minecraft. But look where it's gotten us. My favorite biome of the game. You'll see, though, that the grass is kind of sad. It's not quite as bright as it could be. That's one's base. It's not as bright as it could be. In the past, this would have been a luscious green. But the reason I know it's a shattered savanna is because of the coarse dirt. It's only in shattered savannas. Definitely writing down this place. I don't. The problem with shattered savannas is they're still a little too small, right? Like this biome is really wacky. It's the wackiest biome that naturally generates in the game. Like other biomes, they'll generate wacky by accident. That's wacky intentionally, you know? It's intentional wackiness. Cheese leggings! Look at that. Can't say no to some cheese. Oh, dirt. No mangroves around here. Just some standard savanna. I don't know whose base that is over there, but I definitely see something a little artificial in construction. Look at that, it even keeps up with my run jumps, right? Mangrove. Hey, you're pulling my leg. There's a little lady baby over there. Is this a natural mangrove biome, or did someone plant this? The grass does look like a different color right there. You see how it's getting darker? I think that's a natural mangrove biome. How teeny! That's so cute. I kind of like this place. It's wacky in all the ways I like. I'm gonna write it down. It's not far from our Mushroom Island. It might be your Mushroom Island I'm seeing in the distance. Maybe I'll be your neighbor. Maybe. This one's speaking to me. You know, it's speaking my language, which is absolutely bonkers. Again, it's my language. Would 2000 work? Yeah, I think 2000 would be like an easy way to remember this one. Negative 2000. 2000. Oh, I'm in the water. Oops. Once you fall in the water, though, it doesn't work out as great. Yeah, we were on the way to Bird's base to see what vistas he's got going on. When we just bumped into this fine puppy. Yeah, it might be a little too small for me, but we might be able to make it work. Maybe this isn't naturally generated. I mean, maybe this is naturally generated and not like someone planted it. It kind of looks like someone planted that. But that just might be a mangrove. All by itself. From a distance, it looks like some big square wall that someone had put up. Our other base areas on the other side of you, negative 4,000, negative 4,000. All natural. Look at that. You know, in the past, if you hit a lily pad with your boat, there's a chance your boat would break. And it wouldn't just, you know, drop an item. It would drop a bunch of sticks on the floor. I don't think that's ever been a thing on Bedrock, thank goodness. But on Guava Juice, it was definitely a thing. Imagine just boating around and actually touching a wall and then your boat explodes. Because I think lily pads wouldn't be broken by boats. And, of course, regular blocks wouldn't be either. So you'd just, like, pull up to shore and then by boat. I must be close to big mangrove, because there's lots of mangrove over there. I think that's my favorite wood in the game. Actually, speaking of favorite wood, let's grab a propagule. I didn't really want to disturb the natural beauty and wonder, but I do want a mangrove propagule. Uh-oh. I may have found a weakness. Yeah, I'll take a break here in a sec. I can actually take a break in this biome. So we're gonna take a quick bathroom break, guys. We'll be back here in a moment. But I need to go refill on water again. How do I know if the propagules are fully grown? Do I need to break them with a tool? There we go. Got one. So feel free to go get a stretch. Make sure you're all nice and limbered up for the rest of stream day. And I'll see you guys in a few. How we all doing? Hygiene, hello! How are you doing? You posted some cheese emojis. Oh, you played the cheese. Did you play the? Did that work? Did it play the cheese text while I was on the be right back screen? I missed it. I was getting some water. Story time. So we have 2 people redeem story time. Okay. Do you guys want to do some story time now? Mostly drained, but good. Yeah, you had a busy day today, right? That's a catchy one, you know. I'm gonna have dreams and nightmares about that song. I did refill my water. And if Oob is out there, I want you to know I got some chocolate milk. Got a little bit of chocolate milk in a cup. It's really nice chocolate milk, too. It's one of those nice sweet ones. Read the fish! Oh, did you see that? Yeah. Yeah, gotta feed the fish! You know, I think we need a fish tank this season. I used to have a redeem called Feed the Fish, where I would drop random items. Whatever items I had in my inventory, I would drop to feed my fish. I think we gotta bring that back, you know? It works because you know the fish ate it, because exactly 5 minutes after you throw items into the water, they disappear. And the only explanation is the fish ate it. Of course. Of course. That all makes sense. Might have froze the fish to death. Oops. I won't be able to use Frostwalker if I have a pet fish. Might not go so well for the fish. But we did pick up a propagule. And I think we're ready to do some story time. So when 2 people redeem story time, we have a special double round of story time. Story time is my favorite redeem on the channel. It allows you guys to tell a story through me by posting 1 word at a time in chat. Of course, there can't be anything inappropriate. It's got to follow both my guidelines for my stream and Twitch's guidelines, you know. And I don't like using people's names. I feel like names don't belong here. So, no leisure politician. No favorite fictional character. Let's stick with only regular words. And of course, they have to be English words. I only speak English. So feel free to start spamming the chat with some words. Because, like I said, we get a double feature when someone redeems 2 story times, where I have 10 minutes to tell the story instead of the normal 5. So, we don't do it very often, but there have been 2 redeemed today. So, feel free to flood chat. With 10 minutes, I can get through those words pretty fast. So we're going to need a lot of words. We're going to need the help of everyone in chat to get to those number words. I think we're going this way. Chocolate chips. That's one way to make it 1 word, huh? Quintessential. That's a nice word. I like that one. There are 60,000 words in the English language. 60,000! You guys get a free fun fact, because that's more words than most other languages in Europe. There are some languages with more, but related to all the languages around it, like French, or German, or even Spanish, they have less words. And that's thanks to English's history as being a hodgepodge of many different languages. We just picked up a lot of words from French. That essentially doubled our word count. Because we're closely related to languages like Dutch and German. you'll actually find that lots of words in German seem very similar, suspiciously so, to words in English. And so does the grammatics and structure of sentences. Not the same, close enough. Probably the closest language to English. Similar things with Dutch. But then you'll notice that some words don't translate to German. And those are the words that came from French. Words like pleasure, beef, pork. Those are French words. Some of them did eventually sneak into German, but they came the same way through French. They do border each other, so they have a lot of shared cultural history. And that's because the Anglo-Saxons, where England gets its name, England, came from Germany. They were Germanic tribes that lived in northern Germany. You know, probably kind of close to where Denmark is today. And then they came over to England, called it home. And then about 1,000 years ago, the Normans, which are just like French, but in the north of France. Have you ever heard of Normandy, where the landings happened during World War II? That's where the Normans lived. Invaded England and became the ruling class. So they brought a lot of fancy French words, especially for foods, you know? Like, why isn't the same word for cow the same word for cow meat, right? Beef, a cow. Those sound completely different. In a lot of languages, they'd be relatively the same. But because we picked up the fancy French word for the meat, but kept the old-timey Germanish word for the animal, we sort of get this interesting hybrid. Mutton is another good example. Mutton is the food for lamb that comes from lamb and sheep. That's French. What is Savannah Village? Phonological, that's a nice word. Beefcake. Photograph! Look at this photograph. Oh, ribbon! I gotta take it. Can't say no to that. Kitties! Oh, I wish I had some fish. I would have tamed one. In fact, isn't there water right... I guess there's water right there, but there won't be fish there. I will come back for you, kitties. We will tame some kitties this season. No, it's not what I wanted. Give me that back! Thank you. Marshmallow! Pin code? Ooh, we got duplication. I don't know if we've ever used duplication in a story time. We've done maybe 200 story times at this point. I've streamed a lot over the years. And every single one of them has had a new word we've never used before during a story time. Every single one of them. And it's just because there's so many words to choose from. Onia? No, that's not a word. Baloney. Oh. Hygiene's hit me with the difficult words. He's really throwing me for a loop this time. Skepsis? Yeah. Act of contemplating one's navel. Often part of a mystical exercise or as a way to aid in meditation. Contemplating. Why is there a word for contemplating your navel? Why does there need to be a word for that? I don't like that word. Don't want my help, in quotation marks. Don't want to ask for it. With the most, how do you even find these words? Do you just pull open a dictionary and go give me your strangest words? You pull up at the dictionary restaurant and say, yes, I would like to have your most finest, exquisite, strange words. Thank you. Welcome in, DJ Freddy, to the Fearless family. We are streaming some SlackVille today, a wonderful Minecraft Bedrock server who's having its very first stream day of Season 3. And right now, we're looking for a home. Home is where the heart is, and my heart aches for a place to put all my stuff. So, we're really looking. In fact, I need to get rid of my shield so you can really take a look at me. Like that. There we go. You see my little tie. It's time to change it up. What other skins do we got? We could scream, you know? A little bit of screaming never hurt anyone, except, you know, all those people who screamed. Beautiful. My little wet face. Made into a skin. For those you have to dine in and ask the chef to go crazy and surprise you. Links in chat. Is someone posting links? The entire Garuda crew escaped with the mirror with their souls intact. Oh, you found El Quesado again! But how Snowy? I think you've got like at least 12 4-leaf clovers. What are you doing? How do you have so much luck? You won. I think you might have more cheese than I do now. You have 1.5 million cheese just from that alone. Oh yeah, keep sharing words, guys. Keep sharing words. I need to find a good place to tell a story. Not sure. I usually lose heists. You got some good luck today. I don't know. I think you've won every single one you've been in today. Have you lost one? Panda? Should have more cheese than that. You only have 300,000. Didn't you just win 1.5 million, or was it like 150,000? Sunset. That's a good word. Cinderella. Not today. Knock on wood. Oh, poor dolphin. Sorry, bud. Really, I have 8 rockets left. Deciduous? I know that one. Those are types of trees. Those are the trees that the leaves fall off in the winter, fall. The trees around us, these jungle trees, would not be deciduous because they don't go through the changes in temperature that they would need to shave their leaves off. That's an interesting cliff face. Hydrangea? I'm not sure what that means. Chamomile? That's a tea. Onomatopoeia? That's where I think you can say, is that the one where you, no, I think alliteration is where you say the first letter over and over again. Onomatopoeia is like one of the funnest words to say, though. Word from a sound. Oh, yeah. You know, I was actually reading about a DC villain named Onomatopoeia. That makes sense. It's a word that comes from a sound, like the word bonk, meow. Stuff like that. They're words that come from sounds. I was telling that. Cockamamie? That's a nice one. I think I'm far off course from going to Bird's Base. I remember it was negative positive. It was like negative 4,000, like 2,200, 800 or something. I guess we're not too far away now. I'm sort of zigging and zagging because I'm looking around trying to see stuff, but it also means that I keep getting off course. It might have been worth it to just boat through the water. There's a ruined portal that someone took all the obsidian from. They even took everything in the chest. Well, I'll take the chest, you know. Wouldn't want that lying around. Yeah, I'm trying to... I can't remember where you suggested. There's a pillager tower right there. There's a boat! A boat where? And a 4 tall sugarcane. So sugarcane won't naturally grow 4 tall, but it can't generate that. So occasionally you run into sugarcane that's double your own height. Outlaws. It reminds me of that new Star Wars game, Star Wars Outlaws, that came out. I'm not really excited for stealth games, so it's not my cup of tea. But I do like Star Wars, so it was something that was on my radar. That kind of looks like a mountain. Almost like it's building up to one. What's a bustard? Is that evil mustard? My last rocket. That's calcite. That's fairly rare. Negative 5,000, 2,500. So there's emeralds up there, so this technically counts as extreme hills, I think. Or do mountains also spawn with emeralds now? I can never remember. You know, who would ever go mining for emeralds? Just get them from a villager. I had to look away from my face before I giggled too much. Kind of liking this one. Kinda. I want to see what the other side looks like. Problem is, I don't really hear the rockets keep flying around. Ravenously! This might be a good spot to stop and do our story. Ooh. Now that I like. I like that a lot. That's a mountain. Reminds me of like Mount Fuji in Japan. Jungle here, which is kind of the opposite of what I wanted. But if the mountain looks good enough, I think I could live with the jungle. I could just cut out the trees and replace them with something else. Last rocket away. Invoice? I don't think we've ever used that word either. Oh, look at that. They cleaned it up a little bit, you know. Reduce some of the trees, so there's only, oops, only like a couple trees on the face. But that's something to work with. The one issue with the mountain is, of course, you know, it needs the snow already, because otherwise the snow will melt. I mean, it still could melt if I get too close. So I wouldn't be surprised if it starts turning to water or something. But it looks even hollow on the inside, which is interesting. This is the kind of vista I was looking for. Look how big it is. Blah. I almost thought you typed viola, which is a type of instrument. You know, I used to play violin when I was in elementary school, middle school, and high school. Played it for like 5-6 years, something like that. I still have my violin behind me, actually. Haven't touched it in a long, long time, though. I think the problem was that my strings broke. I think it was my the last time I played it, my G string broke, which is like the big string on a violin, the big thick one, and they're made of steel. So when they break, they can hurt. I think this is it. So we got an ad break coming up in a second. And once the ad break is over, I think it's time to begin story time. So we'll give it you know, a little bit. But even though this isn't quite where Bird was trying to get me to go, I'm out of rockets, so it feels almost poetic that we stop here. I should have brought obsidian. I should have bought obsidian and built a portal. That would have been smart. Or really broken one of those ruined portals we spotted. But what I can do is we can write this one down. No, Moo Moo. We don't have time for that. I go 4,000. Oh, I'll just copy it. There we go. I might need a portal. I don't have any obsidian. Well, maybe. Hold on. I have obsidian at my hole in the floor. I have a whole stack of obsidian back at spawn. That I got when the Wither destroyed everything, honestly. Oh, there's a baby zombie riding a regular zombie with a hat, so we gotta get away from him. It'd be nice if he was a creeper, but no such luck. This one is speaking to me. Yeah, get your final last words in. We shall begin our wonderful thingamabob. Or an end, or is it still go on? 20 seconds. It's not a bad vista from there either. You know, I did jump down from up there, but it might be a good place to stand to do story time. So we have our backs to the beautiful mountain. How does that look for a backdrop to a story time? Wow. I wish I could make my inventory disappear. Yeah, I think this is perfect. If I make my inventory disappear and then just sit here while mouse out of the game without the game pausing, I think that would be for the best. Did you win again? Hold on. Before we do story time, we gotta see if Snowy won again. Start getting everything ready. 250,000 G's! Snowy, how are you this lucky? What are you doing? You need to condense and bottle this luck. It's it's better than the liquid luck in Harry Potter. I can hear you trying to for a mushroom. Oh, you got really close that time. 97%. Wow. You guys are too lucky today. You need to stop with all the luck. Give me some of that, you know? Okay. Let's get ready to do the story time. I'm gonna grab this tab. And then we're gonna go this. This. This is one of my favorite Minecraft songs. Gotta find that first word. Was the first word flabbergasted from Snowy? Might have been. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I think so. I don't think there was any earlier word. We got flabbergasted, pain, and then quintessential. Those are going to be difficult words to start a story with. Flabbergasted, pain, quintessential. I think we could do with something with that. I think we could do something with that. Okay, let's double check that we're not missing any messages. While my things are falling over next to me, that's kind of rude. No, we're good. Okay, he's got to begin. Are you ready? Grab. I was eating that piece of steak. We got to switch to the skin, though. That's a storytime skin. I mean, if that isn't a storyteller, I don't know what is. Not sure. I think I'm wearing a bow tie. Not sure, though. Okay. They're not gonna work? Too many countdowns not gonna work? My countdown timers aren't working. My on-screen countdown timers are not working, so we might just have to try and activate them by hand. But can't activate them by hand. I did found a mountain. I found a home, I think. What's my chords again? I am at, sorry, negative 4,400, negative 269. That's where I'm standing right now for story time. Did look at that. Isn't that mountain beautiful? Look at the pointness. It's like I'm looking at Mount Fuji or something. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Unlike my face. My face looks like it's seen better days. But, you know, I'm wearing my storytime glasses, apparently. Yeah. I think this might be my home. I need to see if this is going to work. It does work. Okay. So we're just going to activate it manually. I have a button to do it, like, not manually. But, we'll just go manual for now. It does look beautiful. I agree. And we got a sun setting. Might be attacked by, let's take a nap. I might be attacked by, the undead, you know. Specifically, the sky rats, because I haven't slept at all, I don't think. Can someone else take a nasty doodle with me? Resident Glowstick rapidly inhales food. I'll be doing a 10-minute story time, and then I'll try to make my way back to you. Durbin, if you could get to me within the next 10 minutes, that would work. Because I'm not going to be here in 10 minutes. I'm going to have to make my way back, but, you know, making my way back where I am now is going to be a little challenging because I don't have rockets, so. There is a creeper up there. We'll end off today's stream with some story time. Hi. Thank you, kind sir. Gideon! Oh, you even got me a fancy flint and steel. I'll pair that well with I think you picked up the obsidian. I'll pair that well with the enchanted shield that Mickey got me, you know? We've got the enchanted shield and then an enchanted flint and steel. Really fancy, you know? We got, is it mending? Let's see. It is mending! Mending and breaking. Wow. Uh-oh. Leave him alone, please. Sorry. He came all the way over here and he's getting assaulted. I haven't broken the neighbors yet. They keep asking me for sugar. I apologize for that, Durbin. You know, they're not that friendly yet. You know, they don't know neighborly advice yet. Okay. We gotta do story time here now, or we won't get a chance to. Did I pick up a shulker? Oh no, I did. Oh, I'm sorry. I picked up your shulker. Yeah, this is his. Sorry. I took his shulker. I took his shulker. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Sorry. Pick that up before something else bites into it. Oh, it's snowing. Okay, we gotta do it now. In a dimension quite unlike our own, there lived the forces of nature, reflections of our own reality, so strange and so unknown to us that we could barely begin to understand them ourselves. But in this land, so diverse and so strange to our own, lived the very essentials to ours. Forces like pain, the ability to be flabbergasted, manifested as if they were real beings. The very essence of pain coming to life. Woke up from a long, long nap. As if he began to feel all the suffering in the universes around it. But it also began to feel something else strange. Pain had been used to, pain for eons, millennia, centuries. Feeling the suffering of other beings from other universes all around it. Being the very essence of pain itself. It felt it clearly and plainly. So, long ago, it took a great slumber as those universes around it aged into oblivion. And so to wake up was such a surprise. A strange feeling. A feeling like it had never felt before. It tasted chocolate chips! In a universe much like ours, neighboring the plane of pain, as we shall call it now, lived a doppelganger like no other. A moose. No, a kettle. It was enjoying chocolate mousse. There we go. A living kettle enjoying chocolate mousse. The delicious bitterness and sweetness of the chocolate being savored on its lips. And pain, oh, it was strange. It could sense this. It could sense the joy of the chocolate eaten by our friend Mr. Kettle. And it grumbled and awoke from its slumber, realizing for the first time ever in its entire existence, it had felt something other than pain. So it began to use its immense power as it woke up from its slumber, and all its limbs came to move and sway across the entire galaxy to triangulate the location of this kettle. And our poor kettle, in his own universe, began to feel as the ground shaked and quaked beneath the boots and massive upheaval the pain was causing. So, let's roll up. The majesty of such a massive change was unparalleled. The ground began to crack and tumble and break. The house kettle was began to shimmer, shatter, and crush itself like a hernia across the world itself. The superior force torpedoing directly into his beautiful home. As he watched, the very table he was eating his chocolate chips right off of snapped in twain, and his chocolate fell into the crevice below. He began to cry out in anguish. This was a feeling Pain was more familiar with. And it too cried out in anguish. He was surprised. After sleeping so long, he was not quite used to anguish. But of course, Mr. Kettle was not going to take this lying down. His chocolate was at the bottom of a crevice. And him, being a retired adventurer of much renown, jumped deep into the crevice. He was getting that chocolate back, you know? He didn't retire after 40 years as an adventurer just to let his chocolate fall down a random hole that has formed in his house. But down he went. Deeper and deeper. As he began to hear the musical hums, the very bowels of the earth itself, all around him. Hearing the sounds and feeling the senses of the world around him. Pain, in a dimension far away, began to feel these sensations. Again, for the first time. Not experiencing something, only pain. The phonological sensations, the overwhelmed Pain, who began to shake, tremor, causing the nearby realities to shatter and break once more, as the massive rift that our hero Kettle was going down into began to break and move and mold. The chocolate he had his eyes on began to fall deeper and deeper into the bowels of the earth. But our hero Kettle was a beefcake in his youth, and he still had a little bit of vigor in his step as he began to move faster and faster, exercising his tired, aching muscles once more. He got closer and closer to his chocolate. When all of a sudden, a porcupine landed right on top of his head as he looked up and saw the crack was expanding across to the horizon. Entire ecosystems were being eaten up by this massive rift in the earth, and animals were falling in. This porcupine laid his face first on a poor Kettle. He began to scream in anguish as he tried to take it off his head. All its little quills stuck in his face. Pain once again felt pain. Slumbering as it has been, Pain was not something it wanted. So once again, began to shake and tremble the world around him. Like a pineapple being sliced in half with a massive sword, the rift grew without bound across the entire face of the planet. Entire cities were swallowed whole around him as Mr. Kettle looked up in despair, seeing the world eroded before his very eyes. But he had his eyes on that prize. He was going to get that chocolate, no matter what it cost. He hit the wrong button. As he dug deeper and deeper into the bowels, he came across a strange door. It seemed almost too strange, as deep as he was, that there could be a door still intact with all the destruction around him. But as he looked closer, he realized it was not just only locked. It had a pin code, a still functioning electronic pin code along the wall. And as he pondered this for but a moment, he saw the glimmer of his corner of his eye as his chocolate fell deeper and deeper into the crevice. But as he looked down, there was no easy path for him to travel. The sheer walls of the cliff were like massive concrete skyscrapers moving up into the horizon. And if he wanted to break into this side quest of sorts, he would need to be clever. Thankfully, though, our hero was a renowned adventurer, and he knew just the way to get inside. Kettle was holding a secret. He could duplicate himself. And as he began to duplicate himself, using the power of 20 versions of Mr. Kettle, he tore the hinges off the wall. It was able to go inside. He knew that if he traveled through this seemingly indestructible structure, he might be able to get to a lower level to go and retrieve his prize. However, it's to Mr. Kettle, in this universe far, far away, Keen itself began to move and muster, now fully awake to its surroundings. It realized just how strange these sensations were, and it began to connect with Mr. Kettle so far away, on a way it never really had before. This adventurer, this random being from a universe it had never really known until now, had such great sway over one of the most cosmic forces in the universe. And like a massive concrete structure, as it woke up, just the very act of it becoming aware was sending shockwaves throughout the realm. This time, instead of physical quakes, there were mental quakes, throwing anguish at all those beings that were unfortunate to get in its way. And as Mr. Kettle opened the door, the armed guards who had patrolled these halls for many, many years were driven mad by the power of this great beast, and began to engage our hero in combat, throwing marshmallows at him, of course. Mr. Kettle's one weakness, marshmallows. As he began to dodge their attacks, his fellow clones, his duplicates, began being thrown down at an alarming rate as they were hit by marshmallows and defeated on the spot. Although his duplicates could be defeated, if he was defeated, he would never see that delicious chocolate again. He closed his eyes and imagined the beautiful chocolate ice cream he could make with, with this amazing concoction. And once again, this other entity from a place long forgotten felt these sensations of imagining, tasting, and feeling, and looking at a beautiful ice cream cone. Began to become perplexed. And for a moment, the quake stopped as the calm contemplation and the serenity of the moment passed over him. Taking advantage of the calmness, Mr. Kettle rushed at the enemies, knocking them down. Cantankerous as he wasn't going to let these foes stop him now when he's so close to victory. As he moved down deep into the bowels of this hidden labyrinth, he discovered some baloney. Yeah, some baloney. But it was covered in holes. And as the guards once again became struck by the madness of the situation, they get pulling on their own hair out. Which I guess counts for a trichomania. The fear of pulling your hair out? But as our hero got close to the chocolate, the ground shattered beneath him, causing him to fall into the darkness. Will our hero ever escape the massive cavern he has found himself in? Will ever realize the connection he has with a powerful creature that no one could ever really know? Will he finally get his chocolate milk and ice cream? I guess we're going to have to wait till next time. For this is the end of our amazing story today, and my last day here on Stream Weekend.
I sure hope he gets his ice cream.
Me too. Me too. Here we go. We'll give you a little encore, some kisses. Hello. Is that bird? What's up, bird? Obsidian! I like obsidian. And we got a bird's in front of me. Did the tab muted? Wow. You didn't hear my story.
Even I heard your story.
Hey, let me turn that off, and then we're gonna go.
All the things.
So, where are you right now?
Currently at my base, I am connected to the Nether. Thank you whoever helped me last night.
I am not.
So
okay, if you go
where
to,
are you?
I am negative 4,000, negative 200 in the overworld.
Hey boy. Chase.
I could fly back. Thankfully, Durbin did give me some stuff. I did write down these coordinates, right? Let me double check. Negative 4,000. Yeah, I wrote down the coordinates, so I can come back, right? I think this is gonna be my base. Thank you so much, Bird.
Hello, guys.
I would like to build a portal here, but I don't think there would be enough time to build a portal and then dig back. I just got to get back to you now. Thank you, though. And
what would your Nether coordinates be? Do you know?
Those numbers divided by 8.
I don't know what those numbers would be. Am I going the wrong way? I'm going the wrong way.
Oh,
I
shoot.
love it. I'm so used to turning left. I need to turn right, not left.
Those guys in the audience, do you have an idea for the item that I could name for my stream today? You know, what I could do is I could raid into you and then worry about getting back to spawn later. I don't want to beat into your stream.
You're good. Company is company. Let me get my butt over here. I can fly now. Haha.
Okay, I'll you know, Bird did say just place it down, so I might just place down the portal and see where it goes.
Yeah. Worst case I can grab. Are there still blocks? Hello. Is there still a random box of? No. Random block, please. In my ender chest, yes. 2 stacks of netherrack. Okay, good enough.
This is not where it's going to end up being forever, but this is
Uh,
good enough. Let's go into the nether and die right at the end of the stream. Ender pearl for cheese flight, a lily pad. You get a book. You can name it story time.
Negative.
Ah, yes.
I will head that way.
I'm hearing some angry
until
pig
you get
noises.
in.
Oh. Okay.
Ooh, a book. Oh,
Where's this going to take me?
wherever it does take you, let me know the chords I can meet you.
I went in the nether. I'm in the. I'm gonna have to fix that portal.
Someone else.
This is someone's base.
Yep.
Okay, I'm coming back.
Negative 85. I'm going the wrong way then.
Yeah, spawn.
Will do.
That's your
Money
portal?
downtown.
Okay. We're gonna have to untangle our portals. Because you're apparently the closest one to me.
Yep.
Are you connected to the hub yet?
A tiny nether. Me?
I was asking for Adar.
Rather.
Okay, I guess we gotta
It's a little bit funny.
do some flying. Oh, past a stronghold. Wow.
Move your butt, please, and thank you. Can shoot the gas. Hello, game, please.
I have no idea where Bird went.
Come here, gas.
I do have enough to
Just
make
thought
another
about it.
overworld holder if I want to do that.
I tried.
Hard left.
Uh,
I get a 479, 41. Is that coordinates for you or for me? Oh, this looks...
probably bird to you.
That looks like it. I found it.
Radar.
Okay, I found it.
I spy a radar. Hello, radar.
I was muted. Sorry. I was trying to tell you
Fine.
how to get there.
So you were muted here, and you were muted in my channel in, stream?
I was not any. I'm not anymore. I was. I had the tab muted, but now I hear myself.
Do that random. Congrats. You played the game. Oh, I have food. Hang on.
I see him. Why are we going on an adventure in a stronghold? No, not a stronghold. The fortress. I said that wrong. I mean, I don't want you right now. We're busy bees. Just secrets. Pressing bird with my life here.
Hello, Lucky. Sorry, I was shoving food in my face that I remembered I had. Which will be a recurring theme for the next 2 hours. Please remind me I have food. Oh. Hello, shinies. I only have
Name.
breakings left.
A lily pad story time. I like the idea of the book,
A lily pad.
and I also like the idea of a lily pad item.
That could be.
We did do a lot of
bookmark.
voting. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We could call it bookmark. I like that.
Leave it in for next time. Yeah, that's actually cute. Oh no.
This home? It's a good space? Bad space?
What are
I guess to spawn?
these? Oh, there's more books?
This doesn't feel like
Power
spawn.
4. I have power 5.
What is this word go?
Where's-
This would be close to spawn.
You're looking for the... Not exactly 001?
Yes.
The other one.
That's pumpkins.
The
Those got a really nice base.
125. I said I might get some mic. Hello, Mike. I'm saying your name like I say moss. You're welcome. I might just hang out in the nether till you get over here, because I am booking it to the end again.
You're going to the end rating? You know.
I live there.
Did you get an elytra yet?
There is no ticket.
Did you get an elytra yet?
I did.
Oh, I was gonna give you one if you didn't have one.
Watchful got me one last night.
Okay. Cool.
So I would be prepped for today. I am just limited on rockets, and there isn't a rocket shop yet.
This way?
Where yet?
Ow. My face went crunch.
Stack of wood should be enough. Turn that into sticks. Pumpkining. Do we have?
I see
any
someone's
smaller
face.
rockets yet? Actually,
I think that's Aaron.
is that a fearless name tag? I am jumping. It is.
Yes.
Hello. Yay.
I thought your name was Argon for a second. I'm like, that's not Aaron.
I mean, there is a book series I read with that as the main character's name. Yeah, made it. Always. The pupils.
So
We've been passed by a bird. Hello,
yeah,
goodbye,
birds are going on adventures. Are we going to raid? Yes. I'm sorry. I needed to find Aaron first before. You know, we need to play tag. That's how we do the raid, right? Tag, you're it.
That'd be back.
Tag, you're it. Well, just because Aaron's a friend and we're sending all the lovely people over to Aaron doesn't mean that we can't rob them of their cheese, right? So it's a hashtag fearless raid.
The best I've got is golden carrots. So
Grab their cheese and take it home.
I
Goodbye,
will be in the land of
YouTube.
cheese.
The land of cheese? Yes.